What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Planet Coaster in the one, the only Time City. And this is a fun episode. You guys are going to love this one because we're going to be getting into the Dark Ride, actually starting on the layout and the scenes and everything. So you won't want to miss any part of this episode. We don't get to it right here at the beginning, where I'm actually start off actually detailing this building just a little bit to get us started, because I'm trying to get back and forth between working on the details of the sci-fi section and also going into the Dark Ride itself. We're going to be focusing over the next couple episodes to focus mainly on the Dark Ride, but here and there we are going to branch off and work on some of the exterior buildings just a little bit, and maybe even parts of the gift shop or parts of some gift shops and stuff like that. So I got stuck on a couple areas in this episode, so you're gonna see a lot of pauses and stuff and different stuff like that, but that's okay because we do figure it out, and hopefully in the next couple episodes everything will be pretty darn awesome. So the Dark Ride is going to take a lot of time, as you guys know. But if we go at a certain pace right now, and I work on it more frequently than not, I think we'll be in pretty good shape overall, and I think we can get it done probably within like 10 episodes or something like that. So I don't think that'll be too bad, and if I can get that done within this month, that would be actually pretty awesome. I would actually be pretty darn happy if we can get it done that quick. So also, there's going to be a Twitch schedule going out very soon that I'm actually going to be working on, trying to work on today. I got a couple of different things that I want to try and do, so hopefully that comes out and works really, really well. So I'm excited for all of that. And I hope you guys are just excited as I am to see what we have in store for the Dark Ride and everything like that. I got some cool ideas that are brewing in my head that I want to try out. Even an idea that I tried out in this episode that you won't see its full potential probably for another few episodes, because it's going to take some time to figure out how exactly I'm going to pull it off. So we'll exactly see how that turns out. But as of right now, I went back and forth between coaster types. I kept going back and forth from the SLV and the Equalizer, which is the Aero Hyper, because I love the trains on the Aero Hyper, because it's kind of like Magnum XL 200s trains, and they're very futuristic looking. They kind of look like spaceships almost. So I feel like that's a very fitting train type to have on this. But I was like, wait a minute, they don't have drive tires that can go upward, because I want to make drive tires that can go upward. So I'm like, wait, the SLV does have drive tires, but the drive tires, the lowest miles per hour they can go to is like 15, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go that fast. So I go back and figure out actually that you can use the block brakes as drive tires. I did not know that, and you can actually put an angle on them going upwards that can actually drive them forward, so you can actually use those as drive tires. And I'm like, holy crap, that actually works very well. So I ended up going back to the Equalizer, saying, hey, I can just use the block brakes for those drive tires because I want that train on the track. So that was really nice, because now I got the train that I want, and I'm using the block section as drive tires, and I can really have control of like how many with those drive tires. I can have control of lots of how many trains I'm running and everything. So anyways, so I kind of want you to think a little bit of like Fire in the Hole style, where you're going to be traveling upward and you're not going to be realizing it. That's kind of the idea that I'm going with here. So you're going to be the drive tires, but the block brakes are going to be traveling very slightly upwards, so you're going to be going higher and higher without even really noticing it while you're on the ride. That's the idea I want, because then you're going to come to a drop. So yes, this ride is going to be completely indoors. There's not going to be one outdoor section for this ride slash coaster. I know a lot of people were wondering if I was going to use coaster track for this or a tracked ride for this. I really wanted to do something more with a coaster track, so it is still going to be technically a dark ride, but I can just do more with coaster track, and that's kind of what I wanted, instead of using the like tracked rides that that I didn't really want to use. So I wanted to go with Coaster Trek because, in my opinion, that would make the best dark ride. A lot of people are in the live stream are like, you should go and put an inversion on it. You know, with this train, I don't really want to because it's just a small lap bar. So I'm not really thinking I'm going to be putting any inversions on this ride as of right now, but we'll definitely have to see how it goes in the future. So it's going to be a really good ride. There's going to be a lot of scenery, a lot of theming, so it's going to take a while to get this complete. So this is the exit ramp that we get in, and I actually had to go over the track, but it worked out in the end pretty well, so I'm pretty excited about that. And the gift shop's going to be directly right by the exit, so this gift shop will be right here. I thought it fit pretty well, like, hey, I got this big area to work with, why not put the gift shop there? And the gift shop can be hidden inside the building, so I thought that actually worked pretty good, and I'm gonna hopefully be doing some cool interior stuff with this. I tried to do a little bit later in the episode, which you'll see, but it didn't turn out. Well, I didn't do a whole lot. I literally just get some gulpy snacks, and that's about it. And I got to work on my interior work and stuff. But here I use a Theme Maker's Toolkit item. This is kind of reminds me of like some Starship or like some Battleship hallways or something like that. So the first scene here is literally just going to be going down this hallway of a ship area. So you're pretty much going down the hallway, getting ready to get to a launch area, kind of like almost. I almost want you to think of the flying coaster that we did. So it's gonna have a launch area as well, but this has a slightly different theme. The flying coaster is testing out a jetpack that can be used in space. This is you're actually going out to look for alien life in the galaxy. So you're going to be going through lots of different stuff. And that's gonna be kind of the basis and the theming of this ride. So yes, it is kind of similar, but it's still they differ very much. So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time on each scene, each area for this ride, and I still probably need to do touching up on this section as well. But it's a very simple area. There's not much to it. I got a little bit of lighting going on. I even designed a little bit on the floor, so the floor is not too boring, I guess you could say, but it looks pretty cool. So anyways, a lot of people are very much upset with the new updates that I praised quite a bit for. I don't know why, but a lot of people are saying that that their frame rate's dropping, that their performance has gone down, and I don't understand that because, I mean, mine has improved, and I don't think like, no one's appreciating what Frontier did work on and fix. And I mean, they fixed a lot of different things. They didn't fix everything. Okay, I'm not saying that they fixed everything in this update. They really didn't. Like, but no one's giving them praise for what they did do, and we obviously need to let them know that, you know, hey, there's still issues, but thank you for doing what you did do. And what they did do is make the toolkit items actually usable, in my opinion. So so what you can actually do is use the if you open the toolkit items, they don't take 20 years to load up. Like, yes, the menus still take forever, and that like the building and scenery tabs and the toolkit items, it still takes a good 3 to 5 seconds to open those up. But when the toolkit items come up, they're already loaded in and ready to go. Used to, it would take literally minutes to load those items up before you can actually use them. But the response time has definitely improved, like they said. They said they slightly improved load screen times. I couldn't tell you if that one's true, but if it is, it's not a big difference. And if it isn't, I haven't noticed any slower load times. And then they said they did help with some performance issues to try and get the frame rate up. I've experienced, a slight increase of FPS, in my opinion. I'm getting almost 30 frames a second in this park. right now on pause mode, so it's pretty good. And then on when it's not paused, it's around maybe 20-ish so, and that's all without guests, so it's probably gonna go down, but still, like, that's still pretty decent for pause mode. Like 30 frames a second, yeah, that's definitely like, that's some nice smooth playable stuff right there, you know. So I don't know where it's coming from, where everyone is saying that this update is so bad. Not impressed, and but I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. What issues are you guys having with the new update? Have they created more issues for you? Me personally, they have not. They've only fixed issues, so it just kind of has confused me of why people are saying that. I don't know if it's more of if you have a not as high-end PC, maybe that is causing you're having some issues. Maybe only the ones with higher end PCs maybe got improved frame rate. I don't know exactly. Like, I'm very confused of why it's gotten a lot of backlash like it has. And I can understand that, you know, there's still stuff that needs to be fixed. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, I get that, you know, it's not perfect. The game's not, boom, completely fixed yet. You know, I don't agree with that. Like, if Frontier's saying, oh, everything is fixed, yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, there's still lots of stuff that needs to be fixed, but I never have heard them say that everything's fixed, but because there's always going to be more bugs. Like, when you fixed a bug, you're going to create a new bug. You know, that's kind of how it works, and it's hard to get a game into a perfect state, in all honesty. So anyways, we work on a little drop afterwards after this, so you can see it drops down underground, and we're going to be using underground a lot in this ride. So it's going to be a lot underground, so we can kind of have limitless amounts of what we can do. So it's going to be underground. It will keep it dark, even though I'm going to have the time machine going anyways. And it's going to be a fun little layout down underground. So you'll see exactly how that turns out later on, once we get more into that. But I'm trying to create each scene before I go on to the next one, so that's why I didn't want to go too far. And as you can see here, I'm working on something very interesting. So this is going to be a really awesome tunnel. This is one of those moments where I really want to make it to go, wow, how did he build that, you know? I kind of want one of those moments in this spot right here. So this ride is, again, we're going to be working our butts off to try and get some cool things going for this ride. And I think this is going to be one of those moments where you're going to be like, what the heck, how did he do that, you know? So my idea is to create this glass tunnel. This is like the launch area where you're launching out of the spaceship, and pretty much you're going to be able to see out into the galaxy and space. So the outside spot is what's going to be the hardest. I'm going to try a couple different things. I'm thinking about using video billboards, or if that doesn't work, we're going to try and use the star panels on the outside and see how awesome I can get it. I really want to use video panels to try and give a more lively feel and get more of a galaxy kind of feel rather than just using star panels. Star panels wouldn't make you go wow as much. So I want to use like the video panels and see if I can get some cool and kind of round it around, you know, so it's not just, you know, above on the sides. You know, I'm going to round it around kind of like I did for the tunnel itself. And hopefully get some cool stuff, maybe get some videos or images. I really would like to see if maybe I can use videos to maybe make it look a lot better, but we'll see. I'm going to try different things, and I'm going to have to find some different pictures or videos to see if I can find a good one that would work well in that area. So I go back into the queue line for the flying coaster and do just a couple of different pieces here. Because I didn't have what I needed for the tunnel, we kind of stall out on that for now for the rest of the episode. So that's about all you're going to see of the dark ride at the start of the dark ride, and we'll get more in depth into it later on. So that's all you're going to see for now, but we still got a a lot to do there, and just because I didn't have my resources towards me, I didn't want to get into that much further. Now, this is the area I kind of wanted to detail more of, is the exterior of the queue line here, because it didn't really match up with the rest of the buildings that I'm doing now detail-wise, and I want to add that detail kind of throughout the park. Well, at least throughout this section, not the park, but... And get all the buildings kind of looking unison, like they're all part of the same area, if that makes sense. So I think this was a good idea to try and get some details on this. I'm probably going to add more later on. Like, this is just the beginning of it, and it's I could add just a pinch more. I feel like this light actually added a lot, just going across over the windows, and I thought that was a good spot to go in. So I did add some speakers to try and add some music throughout the building. We'll see how well that works, and I have some videos that I have to make as well, and we'll see how all those turn out. But anyways, I'm glad I got into a stream. I went like 4 days without streaming. It's been backed up a lot as the season is about to start at Sodar City and my job, so we've been in crunch time and we've been training a lot, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to stream. Thankfully, we're going into the season now. So next time I go back is I'm going to be working, it's going to be opening days, so I'm going to already know my schedule. When we're at training during the off season, we don't have a schedule or anything. We kind of make it up on the spot as we go along. So I don't really know when we're gonna start, when we're gonna get off, and different stuff like that. So it's kind of sucks in that regard. But now that I got my schedule, I know when I'm starting work, I know when I'm getting off. That way I can maybe work a stream schedule around that, and I'm gonna hopefully add a stream schedule to Twitch. So if you guys want to check out that schedule, I should be getting it up pretty soon. Just check on my Twitch channel, links in the description. And again, if you guys want to watch these episodes live, go follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. We're trying to get everyone over there. We're just hit 570 followers, and I got 4,600 followers here on YouTube. So I know a lot of you need to get over there. You really do. And we have so much fun during the streams. You guys aren't going to want to miss it, and just to have a fun time, you know. You guys can influence. You guys have given me some good ideas during these live streams too that I didn't even think of, you know. So I'm really grateful for that. So again, we're trying to do a little bit of interior work for the gift shops and stuff. Will I do interior on every single gift shop in the park? Probably not. I wouldn't go as that far. Maybe someday in the future I'll keep working on it and get some more interiors going in, but I'm still very much a noob when it comes to working on interiors of buildings in Planet Coaster, and I'm trying to get better at making interiors and making them feel believable. And you know, you really do need Theme Maker's Toolkit items to create interior designs, because to create a lot of different pieces that go on the inside, they're not usually available in the game, so they don't really focus on interiors. They only focus on you creating exteriors and different stuff like that, and facades and different things like that, but nothing like that is actually real that you would actually use in the interior for, like, you know, merchandise wise and stuff. So kind of an interesting thing, and I'm still going to be working on it. And so over here, this is kind of like the last thing I think we kind of work on, and that is the a little bit trying to fill in a gap over here using these pieces. I go in and get some curbs kind of going along here, and then we get some foliage and scenery, different stuff like that, to kind of get it nice and rolling pretty smoothly. So I'm trying to slowly but surely just fill in those empty areas, those empty spots for different sections and stuff. So gotta keep a lookout for that, and get those all squared up. I still really do believe we can get this done by May 18th, so hopefully I don't have to delay the opening at any point, but if we do, it is what it is. So just stick with me, and we're gonna try and get it as best as we can. Now that I'm gonna have a stream schedule, hopefully I can really get consistent and get these episodes out to you guys very, very often, and get that all squared away where it needs to be. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. And I hope you guys have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. And I will see you guys in the very next episode or live stream. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.